Yesterday, Tom's sister went to Boston. Yesterday, Tom's sister went to Boston. Tom will leave Boston tomorrow morning. Tom will leave Boston tomorrow morning. Tom is leaving Boston tomorrow morning. Tom is leaving Boston tomorrow morning. Tom started working in Boston yesterday. Tom started working in Boston yesterday. Tom took a bus back to Boston. Tom took a bus back to Boston. Tom also owns a house in Boston. Tom also owns a house in Boston. Tom owns a house in Boston, too. Tom owns a house in Boston, too. Tom will go to Boston next year. Tom will go to Boston next year. When did Tom get back to Boston? When did Tom get back to Boston? Tom went to Boston for a funeral. Tom went to Boston for a funeral. When is Tom going back to Boston? When is Tom going back to Boston? You might run into Tom in Boston. You might run into Tom in Boston. Are you and Tom both from Boston? Are you and Tom both from Boston? Tom left Boston a few months ago. Tom left Boston a few months ago. Tom encouraged me to go to Boston. Tom encouraged me to go to Boston. Tom and I came to Boston together. Tom and I came to Boston together. Tom is going back to Boston today. Tom is going back to Boston today. Tom lived half his life in Boston. Tom lived half his life in Boston. Tom and Mary are moving to Boston. Tom and Mary are moving to Boston. Tom is a big-shot lawyer in Boston. Tom is a big-shot lawyer in Boston. I didn't know Tom came from Boston. I didn't know Tom came from Boston. Tom has decided to return to Boston. Tom has decided to return to Boston. Tom needs to be transferred to Boston. Tom needs to be transferred to Boston. All of my ex-girlfriends live in Boston. All of my ex-girlfriends live in Boston. Tom is in Boston attending a conference. Tom is in Boston attending a conference. Tom still comes to Boston every Christmas. Tom still comes to Boston every Christmas. I agreed to go to Boston with Tom. I agreed to go to Boston with Tom. I'd like to go to Boston with Tom. I'd like to go to Boston with Tom. I know Tom is in Boston right now. I know Tom is in Boston right now. How did you know Tom was in Boston? How did you know Tom was in Boston? How did Tom and Mary come to Boston? How did Tom and Mary come to Boston? I intend to stay in Boston with Tom. I intend to stay in Boston with Tom. Tom went to Boston to look for Mary. Tom went to Boston to look for Mary. I suspect Tom and Mary are in Boston. I suspect Tom and Mary are in Boston. I don't know when Tom went to Boston. I don't know when Tom went to Boston. Tom will do that in Boston next year. Tom will do that in Boston next year. I'm going to stay with Tom in Boston. I'm going to stay with Tom in Boston. I'm willing to go to Boston with Tom. I'm willing to go to Boston with Tom. Tom seems to know a lot about Boston. Tom seems to know a lot about Boston. Tom lived half of his life in Boston. Tom lived half of his life in Boston. I suspect Tom and Mary are from Boston. I suspect Tom and Mary are from Boston. I've promised to go to Boston with Tom. I've promised to go to Boston with Tom. Tom says he'll be going to Boston soon. Tom says he'll be going to Boston soon. Tom is staying in Boston with his uncle. Tom is staying in Boston with his uncle. Tom will be working in Boston next year. Tom will be working in Boston next year. I'll call Tom before I leave for Boston. I'll call Tom before I leave for Boston. Tom lived in Boston until he was 30. Tom lived in Boston until he was 30. Tom isn't the only one here from Boston. Tom isn't the only one here from Boston. Tom came to Boston about 3 years ago. Tom came to Boston about 3 years ago. I don't know why Tom doesn't like Boston. I don't know why Tom doesn't like Boston.